Hey everyone, welcome back to Kevin's Kreations here on Geektopia Island. I'm your host Kevin.
I'm Credible.
And today we're going to be going over the goofy little Hanzo Night Village deck that we showed on Wednesday on the deck brawl. So it has cute. A lot of synergy to it.
Oh yeah.
I mean it's kind of clunky at the start because I haven't figured out exactly where ratios need to be at, but that's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Cardwell, let's delve into this deck and let's just show them what we're talking about.
The silly funness that it is.
Alright, so first off, we are playing Hanzo, the ruler. He is one of the green new rulers, and he's the cat ninja.
Super cute cat ninja.
He's adorable. He's in a little fish.
And he's eating a little snack. It's
yeah.
cute.
Divinity 10. He judges for 2 green and 2, and he energizes for a green. So that's all he does on the front.
Simple flavor. Done.
Yeah. He judgments into a 10-10 with Divinity 10. And when he enters, you flip a revealed rune from your rune area face down. And that's really all he does. So it resets one of your runes that you can use again. Because once that goes down, your new divinity pool equals to the whatever's still showing.
Yeah. And by now, everyone knows exactly which one you do pretty much every time. And we'll get into that.
Yeah. With that, we'll go into his runes. And we're actually going to start with his Master Rune because it's probably one of his most powerful runes.
Exactly.
If not the most powerful of his, but it is Sealing Scroll. It is 0 for Divinity 2, quick cast. You can only play it if you're playing Hanzo, and it's cancel target rune spell.
Just like that.
So he's like, no, stick a little note on it, don't do that.
Yeah. Your Master Rune, it's gone. Thanks.
Yes. I mean, if y'all saw the deck, bro, y'all get to see me do it quite a few times because it's just that good.
It was pretty frustrating. You have to play around it the whole time. You gotta make sure, like, well, I better force this spell out now.
Yeah.
So he can get it. But of course, when you flip Hanzo, you can get
you get it back.
Use it back.
So I mean, if you're stuck at 10, and then you judgment, you go back to 8, so you can do it again or do something else again. The next rune I have is Rapid Fire Me, and it's amazing because the picture's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little Mimi just shooting arrows everywhere. But it's a green for this card deals 400 damage to each resonator your opponent controls.
It's very useful. Very useful.
Yeah. I like it just for the simple fact that it stops all the quick aggro decks really early if you need it to be. And it also, it just shuts down like...
It finishes things off.
Any kind of goofiness, yeah. And I have another card in here that combos real well with it. So it's essentially 4 mana minus 10 to the board, or deal 10 to the board, however you want to put it. But it's only to their board. Otherwise, it's 6. It's fantastic. We'll go over it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Next up is Fuma Shuriken, and it's 1 green quick cast Divinity 2. This card also deals 400 damage to target J/Resonator. It cannot attack or block this turn.
Oh wow, we didn't.
Yeah, that's the biggest part of that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Most of the time y'all saw me use it was to kill a dude off. But if you need to, you should be like, don't attack with that dude.
Yeah. That big dude just throw a little shurikens at it.
Stutter step. You just stay home for a second. Alright, so one of the runes I didn't really get to use a lot. It's a Chant rune, it's in a single stroke, and it's Divinity 2 for 3. And you pay 1 more to play this from a rune area, and it deals normally 800 to a Resonator. If you control a Bushido, you destroy that Resonator instead.
Yep.
So this rune didn't get to use its full potential, and I didn't even get to use my Bushido dude. He didn't even come into play at all, but he is in there.
But if you do, that's synergy right there.
Yeah, you're just like, cool, pay 4, kill that dude. And then my other favorite rune of Hanzo's is Spirited Away. It's 2 green and 2 quick cast for Divinity 3, and remove target Resonator from the game. The card is just awesome.
Simple as that. Just get it out of there.
Yeah. So I do technically have 11 in my runes, so you can only play up to 4 of them. So forth, so on.
That's okay. Yeah.
But technically you can play 5 because you can flip one back over and play it again.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's technically 5, but not really.
Even if you want to use a different one as well.
Yeah, that's the greatest because you're just like, put this back, use my 3-1 now.
Yeah.
Do whatever you need to.
Kill that dude so I can swing in to win.
Yeah, that's why I enjoyed the Hanzo shenanigans of him.
Speaking of the shenanigans, Kevin, let's go ahead and jump on into that.
Yep.
Now, we usually do creatures first, but we're actually going to go into the combo piece first, so, you can view it while we're talking about the creatures. Now, the cute little addition that we have is the Village of the Spirit of the Way, Kouga. 1 green addition. Now, you pay 1 and tap. Remove target Resonator you control from the game. Okay, that's weird. You can save it or whatever, right? But you can pay 2 green and tap. Put a Resonator from a removed area that was removed by this card under the field, under its owner's controller. control. So just whatever you exile with this edition, you just put it back.
Yeah. I've always loved this edition the moment I saw it.
Yeah.
But I've always loved blink effects. They're so good in my opinion.
I as well. And I played this in a sealed, and it was super fun.
Yeah.
Like, it was very useful.
Things you can blink constantly, I'll take it all day.
Oh, yeah.
And if you got to see our deck roll, you got to see all the shenanigans it can do. But the other card that plays into it real well is a Heroic Epic for 1,000 Knights. And it's a red, black, and 1, and you put a Resonator from your hand into play, and at the end of turn, that Resonator bounces to your hand.
Unless...
So you pay 3, put it into play, and then you pay 1 and remove it with the village.
Yep.
So then it can't bounce to your hand because it's gone, and then you can pay it and bring it back.
Oh, yeah. And you'll notice we have some heavy hitter dudes in the late game.
Yeah, this deck is very high costing, but all of the dudes have an inner trigger, so it works out.
Exactly.
And they're pretty good inner triggers to be worth it to just play big dudes. I mean, it's kind of rough early. So you're just like, oh god, deal with some stuff. But you get there.
Playing against this deck, there's so much control that it will stop you until you get this off or later down the road too.
Yeah. That's it as far as the combo pieces go. We'll go into the little dudes now that can help it out.
Oh yeah, just keep that in mind. It's super cute. Of course, you're playing green. You're going to play Laurite. One green quick cast, 1/2. When this card enters the field, cancel target activated or automatic ability. It's still annoying. It's still really annoying.
It's still really, really good.
And there is a second part we're not dealing with spirit magic. So
yeah, I don't have spirit magics to worry about it, so it's really kind of null and void.
But a new silly card here that we can blink is 1 and 2. Luminaries of the Magic Boomerang, 0 and 8. It's a Mimi tribe. Enter. Put 2 fling counters on this card. Yeah. If there are 2 or more wind rune revealed, which of course all of them are wind, correct?
Yep. Then
you put 4 fling counters on it. Now what do you do with those fling counters here? Go ahead and tell us the shenanigans.
So you can remove 1 fling counter to give her +10/+0.
Yeah.
Or +1,000/0, however you want to do it. Or you can remove 2 and pay a green and a 1 and destroy target Resonator.
Oh, so gross.
It's so dumb. And then with her coming into play, at least getting 2 period, and then potentially 4, is either kill 2 dudes for 4 mana, which I'll take all day.
Yeah.
And you still get a dude to block. And then with the addition, you just blink it out and refill it. You're just like, ah, cool, refill it. I'm gonna kill 2 more dudes because I can.
At the end of your turn, fucking put her down, then kill 2 dudes.
Yeah, she does so much silliness.
She's insane.
If she sits in play or gets to be able to blink, you get to just control however you want.
Yeah. Or swing for big monies.
Yeah, yeah.
The next one, it's one of I guess everyone's favorite new card here. Azazel, the Fallen Angel of Gloom. 9/10, 2 darkness, 2. Flying. You may pay 2 less to play this card if your opponent has 1 or less cards in their hand, which might or might not happen. Enter. Choose 1. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Put a card among them into your hand and the rest in the graveyard. So simple. Now this one is conditional because you have to have this option. Or target 2 Resonators your opponent's controls. Your opponent banishes 1 of them. Yeah. So they have to have 2 for you able to do that.
Yeah. They have to have 2, like you said. But she's so good because even if they don't have 2, you're just like, cool. I'll look at the top 2 and go through my deck.
I'll draw a card and I have a 9/10 flying. Thank you.
Yeah.
For 4, just for 4.
Yeah, for 4 or potentially 2.
Yeah,
great.
Exactly.
Fantastic. Card is insane, and just the amount of value that she brings to the table is so good. Yeah. That's why everybody loves her.
All right, the next one, of course, is Jupiter. All right. Tell us about this awesome
Jupiter
card.
He's a whole lot of value that I think a lot of people are underestimating or kind of forgot about. He's from the Historic deck, and he is Jupiter, Warlock of the Wood Star. 2 green and 3 for quick cast for 10/12. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Just that alone is pretty good.
That 12 but actually super matters a lot.
And then when he comes into play, you choose up to 2. You can either cancel a chant spell, return target Resonator to its owner's hand, rest or recover a Resonator, or draw a card. So you get to choose 2 of 4 different options.
Yeah.
And
they're all good.
That many different choices is so strong. And again, putting this dude under an edition is silly. I mean, if you got to see it, you got to see it because I was just like, cancel that rune, cancel that chant that you did and draw a card. Or bounce that dude, tap that dude.
Yeah.
him with that addition just gives you so much board control. It is insane. He does so much by himself, and then
yeah, the fact that just quick cast, and then if you're at 6 mana, you quick cast this out, and then blink it, and then on your turn or their turn, do it again to make sure they never play another spell ever again.
Yeah, and he's just a big body.
Or chance spell. Yeah,
so he just gets to trade all day or kill whatever he needs to.
It literally can block Hanzo. Like, that's how good it is, and kill him.
Yeah, yeah.
Another green card that we have next. It has as many abilities almost. It's Jubei, the one-eyed swordsman. 2 green, 3, 12, 10. So a little flipperoo, but enters. Choose one. Destroy target special magic stone, which is cute. Or this card deals 1200 damage to a target resonator, or destroy target addition.
So unfortunately, no one got to see this dude play on the deck brawl. He didn't even want to show up. He was like, "Nah, I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna stay in the shadows this game, or all games." But he's so good if you get to put him under the addition, because you're just like, kill that special stone.
Yeah,
kill that special stone. Shoot that dude for 12. Kill that special stone.
I literally did that in the build I was talking about earlier. I had Jubei in this edition. And to be able to do, end of turn, blink him, okay, bring him back, kill that dude, thanks.
Yeah, being able to shoot a dude for 12 every time is so strong. I can't, he's one of my favorite dudes of the set. He's not like all powerful, like he's good, but I mean, he's kind of outclassed by other 5-drops like Karura and Jupiter, but I just like him. And that's why I wanted to use him. He is the Bushido in the deck, so he's what helps the in single stroke work. But I like him, so I wanted to use him.
I like him as well. Like he said, you literally kill almost everything that's in standard, right? Yeah, or in the Wanderer.
All right, so the next card that I have that I will always have in pretty much every black deck because it's that strong is Belial.
Yep.
So Belial is 3 black and 3 for a 12/12 flyer. Awesome.
Good stats.
If your life is 10 or less, he comes 3 less to play. So 3 mana for a 10/10 flyer or 12/12 flyer.
Yep. He
comes into play, destroy all non-fallen angel resonators. Awesome. And then they take damage. Your opponent takes damage for each one that goes to the graveyard.
Yep.
Regardless of whose side they die on. So if mine die, you take damage. Yours die, you take damage.
Yeah.
And you take all that damage. So he does a lot for you because he resets the board for you. Because you're already doing lots of late game things. So you're just like, I need to stop and reset the board.
Exactly.
And for you, you don't care because you can hide all your creatures underneath your enchantment or your addition to just be like, blink them back in. Yeah. So you don't really worry about Belial that much because you just set it up. You're like, hide this dude, Belial.
Or even on turn 4, you hit the oh no button and you cast the story. Comes into play, destroys everything, enchantment, exile. So are you going to play anything next turn? Because I'm going to kill everything.
Because then they get to know that you have a Belial just ready to kill their board. So they can't just stack their board again. It's so good.
And then with enchantment again, you could, at the end of the turn, flash Belial in. And then you have a 12/12 flyer.
Yeah, great.
Thanks.
Good. I'll just beat you down with a 12/12 flyer now.
And as silly as that sounds, this combo works. Like, we have 4 additions to the deck, and you'll probably get one, definitely.
Yeah. And the final big dude of the deck is Anubis. Okay, so she costs a lot. She costs 5 red and 3. And she's a 15/15. You can pay 1 less for each red rune revealed. That doesn't matter.
It is not going to happen.
Yeah, so she costs 8. And then if a card will be put into an opponent's graveyard from anywhere, remove it from the game instead. And then she comes into play and she shoots 1500 damage however you want.
Yeah.
So it's only to resonators. Yeah. So you just like shoot that dude for 2, shoot that dude for 6, shoot that dude for 9, whatever.
Yeah.
Equal up to 15 and just be like, bah, 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 bah. You can't actually play this card with your stones. You're just taking a lot of damage to do it.
Oh, yeah.
It's not really worth it. The main play for her is Heroic Epic to being like 3 mana, shoot the board for 15.
Yeah.
Put her under a thing. Then I just get to shoot for 15 again.
Exactly. And then have a 15/15 on the board.
Yeah. And which is a big dude.
Yeah, that's good.
That's the main reason she's there. She's not really... She can be replaced easily enough if you want another green or black dude, honestly. Yeah. I wanted to use her because I wanted the big red dude, and she's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. And the fact you can see your opponent's face when you're just like, pay 3, here's an Anubis, blow up the board.
Yeah.
Done.
And that is it for the creatures. The first spell for the deck really is Burial Rites, and it's just for Anubis. And it's 1 red quick cast. Remove all Resonators from your opponent's graveyard from the game, or in their graveyard. If there's 5 or more, you go search for Anubis and put her in your hand.
And this did happen to us when we play test.
So you're like, burial rites, remove your graveyard, put her in my hand. Heroic epic. Now that she's in my hand, put her into play. Thanks. That's the only reason I run it, is so you can go search her up. It's not really... I mean, yeah, it helps remove the graveyard, but it's mostly there just to go get her if you need to.
Yeah. Of course. And then with the spells, to help you get your pieces together real quick, is Approach the Truth. Or Approaching the Truth. It's extremely powerful for what it does. It's 1 green quick cast. It's a Chant Story. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck and play any number of them on the top of the deck of any order. Put the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. Draw a card. So you just literally look at 2 and be like, this on top or this on bottom, draw a card. Simple as that, quick cast.
Or you put them both on bottom.
Yeah.
And then draw a new card and be like, got them? Okay, great.
I don't want these guys. Like if you draw a burial rites, you're like, oh, not now. Just put it underneath. You're good.
It's so strong. It does so much for you. It gets you, it digs for your pieces that you need. And this deck very much needs to be able to dig for what it needs.
Oh yeah. And to help out with that, welcome back, Rune Story.
Yay, Rune Story's back.
It's unbanned. Darkness and a green quick cast. Choose one. Your opponent banishes a Resonator. This one's not going to matter, but flip over 2 revealed stories in your extra deck. So, bleh. Or put target Resonator from the graveyard into your hand. Cool. Or cancel target spell unless the opponent pays 1. Like, another counter. Cool.
Yeah, great. I need more counter spells because you just do.
You just do. It's just good.
I mean, if y'all watch the Brawl, you saw how good Rune Story can be because you're just like, no.
Yeah.
No.
And you always have to think about it. You're just be like, well, do I have 1 more mana to cast this? I don't know.
Yeah, it forces your opponent to have more of a knowledge of how to play their deck.
Yeah.
Next up is Eruption. It's still one of my favorite cards of the New Frontiers. It's 2 red and 1, and it deals 800 damage to the board. To each J/Resonator. It's so good. Like, just the amount of stuff that this can do blows my mind. So if you play Eruption, I mean, you're going to take some damage playing Eruption because we're playing the red deals 2 damage to your stone.
Yep.
But with Eruption, it deals 8. And then with Fuma Shuriken, you can potentially kill pretty much any J you need to.
Yeah.
So most of the Js are at least 12 or at very, like...
Especially the new ones. They're never really above 14, I don't think.
Yeah, the new ones you can kill pretty easily. Some of the older ones you're going to have a tough time with, but still, if you need to, you can do it.
Super good. And go ahead and tell us about Bloodied Winds here.
Alright, so Bloodied Winds is the other card that I found that I've always liked. But it's kind of slipped the radar on a lot of things. But it's a black and 2. Resonators get -6/-6. And you can awaken it to give only your opponent's Resonators -6/-6. But you have to remove mystery counters to awaken it. So I can't do that. I don't really need to worry about that. But with Bloodied Wings, so you -6 the board. Most of your dudes are not going to die.
Yeah, they're not
because
gonna
they're all
die
big.
at all.
But with that and Rapid Fire Me, that's 4 mana, deal 10 to their board and 6 to yours.
Yeah.
Essentially. I mean, you're not really dealing the damage, you're just making those dudes -6 and then you shoot for 4.
You make them little tiny so your arrows can stab them to death.
Yeah. So their Azazels or their Jubeis or anything like that, they all die to both of those together. So it's 4 mana, just kill the board. I'll take it.
Of course, with the difference is Eruption does J's and unfortunate Bloodied Winds do not. I want to say wings every time because I see the wings coming out, but that's not true.
Yeah. Bloodied Winds only hits Resonators, but it's what it's good for because you're just like 3 mana, clear the board. Thanks. Stones are really like stones. I'm not sure where I want to be on them yet, but I have 4 Speaking Stones because it's a black-green stone and that's one of the only few duels right now. And it's Barrier, and it adds a green or it adds a black. Spin this will only for Chant stories. Yep. So pretty much you pay the black to play Rune Story. That's really the only reason it's in there.
Yep. And Approach the Truth.
But it also gets around Time Spinning Witch and all of their lockdown stuff like Mosasaurs. They can't target that stone. So you always get to have a green to be like, no, thanks.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. Next up is Null Magic Stone. It is add a black or add a red. This card deals 200 damage to you. You can banish it if you have Null and produce a red and a black. This deck will never really have Null.
No, you don't want that.
If you're having Null, then something went wrong. Or you're playing against discard real hard. But you're going to use this for the red. That's its main purpose, is taking the damage to get to the red and have the ability to play black for Belials or whatever else. And then I have 1 Wind Magic Stone and 1 Fire Magic Stone because you just need them.
Yeah.
It fills it out. You can replace them with the other ones, but I don't really have a use for strength counters or any of the other stuff, really. The most I would replace it with is like a Spirit Stone on the green one, just because it draws you a card if you need.
Which is not too bad.
But I didn't really think it was that necessary in this deck. I don't know. It's however you want to mess with it, and you can work with it how you want.
Exactly. And you really don't have much red in the deck, so
yeah,
like you can mess with the lands there.
Yeah. The lands they're viable. You just gotta work with them. I don't have a sideboard currently for the deck because it's still very new as to what it's gonna do and what I need.
Yeah.
I know I'd put in a lot more like early game kill, even though it has a lot already. I would put in like a 4th Eruption and a couple more Bloodied Winds.
See, I got you saying it now.
Yeah, pretty much. If I find another cool big dude I want to drop in, I'd put it in the board just because I can. Because it'd be like, I need a big dude. I don't know why, but you know.
Yeah, because it's fun. It's just super fun.
Yeah, I mean,
just plop a big dude down and say, ha!
Big dude, bounce big dude. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
But that's really it as far as the deck goes. It's super fun. I'll give you that. It's one of the most fun decks I've ever played because I saw the little combo and I was like, no. And I wanted to mess with it. So it's super fun. Just know that you're not going to be winning the game anytime fast. So if you're wanting quick, this is definitely not the deck for you.
Yeah. Definitely treat it as a combo deck.
Yeah.
Like you have to be like methodical and thorough and just slow pace.
Yeah. You have to plan your turns and how you're going to do things.
Yeah.
But overall, definitely worth a try. Definitely worth playing.
It was super fun to play against.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So go ahead and give it a shout. If you want to see the deck list, guys, it'll be down below. Check it out. Let us know what you think. And thank y'all for joining us here at Geektopia Island. And y'all have a wonderful day.
Goodbye.
Alright, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And also hit the bell that gets you notifications on all of our content. Also, if you need the latest deck tech, it's going to be to the right. And if you need the latest gameplay videos, it's going to be down below.